gonna smile? Jeffrey. Mr. Elliott, just straight ahead for it. Marcus, smile here for me.
And back in the center, Marcus, back.
Dinosaur shirt. Oh, yeah.
And right in front of you, John.
Right,
John?
right here. John, right here. Nice. Right here.
We are so excited about The Good Dinosaur. It's such a special movie for us at Pixar. First of all, it's coming out on the anniversary of our first movie 20 years ago, Toy Story, so that's special. And 2015 was an incredible year because it's our 20th anniversary of Toy Story, Inside Out, and Good Dinosaur opening in the same year. What a year for Pixar. We're so excited. But The Good Dinosaur is really special. I think it's the most beautiful film Pixar's ever made. It's incredible to look at this film. But the story is so emotional and sweet. And what's so unique about The Good Dinosaur that none of our films have had, it has dialogue in only about 20% of the film. It's pretty special, the relationship between the main character Arlo, a young dinosaur, and this little feral boy named Spot is so special. And Spot never speaks a word through it. He's more like kind of the dog of the story. So it's a boy and a dog story, but the roles are reversed. And it is really emotional, really funny, and I tell you, wait till you see it. It is breathtakingly beautiful. Pete Sohn, who directed The Good Dinosaur, is one of the most special people I've ever met. He is so funny, so charming. He's got the biggest heart of anybody you've ever known, but his humor is so unique and special. And in the way he creates personalities of the characters are so original. And all those things combined, it's like, I kept saying, you know, Pete, I want you to direct a film because I want you to be up on that screen because you're so special and so sweet and so entertaining. You know, for the last 20 years at Pixar Animation Studios, we've been working so hard in making every movie as good or better than the one that came before it. And that's always a tough job. But we put so much effort into the stories. The stories are the most important thing. And the key thing of the stories to a Pixar film is the heart of the story. And that's what we take the greatest pride in. But our artists at Pixar are so special, both in the artistic side but the technical side. And the heart and soul that they put into every film, you see it up on the screen. And starting with Toy Story and now with The Good Dinosaur 20 years later, it's really special. This film, The Good Dinosaur, is the most beautiful film we've ever made.
Look at this place. Are you kidding me? There's a green carpet, Hollywood Boulevard shut down, you know. We're part of the Pixar family right now. This is, if you were to ask me that a role on Justified would have gotten me this experience, I would have been like, nah, I would have bet everything. But yeah, this is, you know, the whole, how it's happened and where I am now, it's like I keep asking, like, is this real? So it's a special thing. And on top of that, the movie's such a powerful piece, and I think it's going to affect people and you know, coming out around Thanksgiving, where, you know, families, and yeah, I'm honored to be here.
It was a lot of hard work, and it's sort of surreal finally ending up here. You know, there were times we weren't sure if we would actually make it to a movie premiere, but we couldn't be more thrilled and excited, and delighted, really.
Yeah, and just 100% pride, like just so proud of all the work that's been done.
Yeah, it's really exciting because we have a lot of our crew from Pixar down here tonight, so it kind of makes the evening extra special.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, this is the first time that I'm going through anything like this, and just to see all the people that put their hearts into the work and finally kind of putting it up on the big screen, it's kind of, my heart is pumping really fast, and it's just so exciting.
Yeah, but our process, you're right, is that we record them all separately, so it's really a wonderful opportunity to kind of celebrate together and have people meet each other.
Yeah, new families being formed for sure, and so love it.
Yeah.
It's just been, you know, I've been there for 15 years, and the thing that has stayed constant has been the idea of trying to make the best film that you can, and trying to put all the heart that you can into it, and having a good time at doing that, and through every film and its ups and downs, it's always been the heart of the process is trying to like elevate and create something that is just a heartwarming experience for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel grateful. We work for a studio that really cares about making good films. We're really lucky. We work for executives that are also filmmakers. So I don't know. I feel really lucky, and I always say I have the best job in the world.
Just the growth of these characters, and hopefully they feel immersed in the world that we've got going and start feeling some of the emotions that the characters are feeling.
One of my favorite things when we come to a movie, with an audience, is just hearing the children laugh and just people responding to things that we thought were funny when we were all the way back in story working on it. And so it's really, really gratifying to just hear people laugh at the same things that we did.
Yeah.
So exciting to get to be part of a film like this and I would have done anything if Pixar had called, and the fact that I actually got to be this really like cool T-Rex cowgirl person is kind of like added bonus. But no, I'm just really excited.
Pixar, they're so nice. It's really enjoyed. Like I grew up watching Cars, like Nemo, everything. When I was a little kid, I loved it. I wore the pajamas, everything. And then I never expected to actually be in one of the movies to make it dream come true. It's like you're actually like in the movie. It's like a real life thing.
I have two Pixar experts in my house, my kids, 114, 110, who have grown up with these movies and have been, their imaginations shaped by these movies. And it's okay because the movies are fantastic. I mean, my favorite is Ratatouille. My son would probably say, I don't know, my son actually said The Good Dinosaur after seeing this one was now his favorite. I think he's slightly biased. But so for me, it's an opportunity to be a part of some wonderful family storytelling, but also be a part of a movie that my kids are absolutely thrilled about. On top of that, the story is one that's about family and friendship and loyalty and growth and all of the things that we focus on as fathers, mothers, children within a family unit. So it's pretty gratifying. I'm really very pleased. I'm not sure why every movie doesn't have kind of a universal appeal, because, the idea of movie making, storytelling, is that you're trying to, examine these themes that touch us all. Well, in this case, we all know family. We all know the successes, the failures that come with family, particularly as parents. We have better days than others, but we strive to do the best we can, and the movie is just, I found myself in working on it just examining my relationship to my kids and the ways in which I parent, and I succeed or I fail, and so I was dredging up all of this stuff to make this movie, and I imagine audiences will be bringing that to the table as well, their relationships to their children or to their parents, and so for most of us, that means laughter, and that means, a tear or two.
I think it's a real gift anytime you can be involved in family fare. I've been fortunate in my career to have that happen a few times, and it's always special. I've never worked for Pixar before, but I'm truly flattered and honored that I had an opportunity. I think this film, in terms of the actors, in terms of the performances, the voiceover performances, I lay it all at Peter's feet, and I only know from my limited experience, I was only there for a day. I did all of my stuff in a day. It's a very small part. But Peter was so engaging, so specific in what he wanted, so much like a little kid, and so much a storyteller that, it was very easy and a real pleasure to, give him what he wanted.
You know, trying to bring the ancient world, the orchestral world, and the native world all together into this one thing that it seems to be working. It's really fun. You know, we recorded here in the Warner Brothers stage, this very big orchestra of the best musicians in the world, and just to hear them play the themes that we worked on for months, that was a huge thrill. I would say that was probably the most rewarding moment of the whole thing.
You are here for The Good Dinosaur, and I'm so excited to be here. I really am. You know, this movie is so heartfelt, and you know, there's so many great moments in this movie. You're gonna cry, and you're gonna laugh, and you just have a huge smile throughout the entire movie. And I love this movie. I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
The mastermind behind everything. Without him, I don't think I could really get into the character. I mean, it's hard doing it by yourself, but Peter really embodies every single one of the other characters that you have to read off of, and he teaches you how to even portray your own character. So but he also gives you the freedom to create whatever you want. So I just feel like we're in a really creative environment when we're on the mic, and that's why I had such a good time voicing Buck in The Good Dinosaur. Well, I'm most excited for people to see the ups and downs of Arlo's journey, and also to make a few people cry, because I know I almost cried when I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, please stop. It was an emotional movie, and I'm really excited for everyone to see it.
Well, you know, any creative endeavor has ups and downs, and has days that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know, this is not going to work at all. And days that you're like, this is awesome, this is so great, but you just go up and down, up and down. So to be here, especially with this movie that was the little engine that could, you know, and that Pete Stone every day said, bring me your heart, bring me your heart. And we did, the entire crew, all the storyboard artists, I'm sure all the animators. This movie is full of people's hearts, and so it's so exciting that it's up and here to share it with everybody.
Wow, well, I was very excited to work on this film because it's something that's really different. Sanjay's Super Team is a real departure for Pixar, I think, because it's, first of all, it's a real personal story for Sanjay, and it's an immigrant story that I think is really a big deal right now in this country.
It's a big deal to be able to have families that look like mine and kind of out there to sort of help other kids like feel, I don't know, like included. So I'm into that, man. I'm big time into that. And to be able to like pair it with such an incredible film, The Good Dinosaur, is such a privilege.
And we should also mention that Peter Stone and Sanjay Patel are really good friends from school, so it's really doubly exciting for them.
Yeah, that guy's like off the Richter scale, like amazingly talented. I'm super grateful.